Well, hello folks, and welcome back to a flip-flop upside down day in anyway, so you know, there's a lot going on right now. There's equipment in PEI. I've got equipment in various places in Nova Scotia. We've been picking up loads and stuff in New Brunswick for a new project that we started. Anyway, you know, you have a plan, you try to make everything work out, you know, logistic wise and everything, and then there's a hurdle that hits you and it changes everything that's going on. So one of my guys, he had a little bit of some family issues pop up, and you know, family comes first. 100% work is work, family comes first. Something happens, take care of your family, do what you got to do. I will always support that. It just means that sometimes the plans that you had worked out, you got to come up with a new plan. So what I was supposed to be doing today is I finished off a job yesterday, not too far from here, like half an hour, 20-25 minutes. I was literally going to walk the machine down the road and start another project, an actually pretty good sized project that a guy seen me working, and he flagged me down and he said, hey, I bought this property down the street. I've been trying to get people in here forever. And I went and took a look at it, and I said, okay, listen, I can do this, but if I have to do it right now. If I pull the machine out of here, I don't know when you're gonna see me again. So he said, nope, sounds great, let's get it going. So that's where I was supposed to go. And then the guy that ended up having some family problems, he was going to pick up my 80, which is that farm job we've done a bunch of work for. We did a bunch more mulching and stuff. He was going to pick up the 80 from there and bring back to the yard, and then tomorrow he was going to be doing some more transport stuff for me. But anyway, so because of that, everything sort of just changed. I'm not going to that job. I'm now driving the Ram, which just came back from PEI. So the Ram just came back from working over there for 2 weeks. You can see the red dirt. I'm gonna take this to the car wash and at least just give it a quick hose off. So I'm gonna jump in this. I'm gonna drive to the valley, to the yard where the 550 and my K-Trail is. I'm gonna load this truck on to the trailer, and I'm gonna bring the 550 and the trailer back, and then I'm gonna go get the 80 and bring back and have it in the yard, because the guy needs it out of the way and I need it for work. I haven't driven this truck for a while. Oh, I got some new tires on. The tires, definitely gonna have to look at 19.5 tire wheels if I keep this truck, because hauling these loads, these just not commercial grade, you know, just whatever grade tires, they are taking an absolute beating hauling the loads that we're hauling. The front ones are bad, but they'll get us by for now, but those ones are going to be getting replaced. But the back ones were brutal. So we put the General Grabber ATX on the back, so we got 4 new ones on the back for now. But I definitely, like I said, I definitely do need to look at some 19.5 tires so I can put some commercial grade tires on this thing like I have on my 450. So I'm not taking my 450 because I'd rather not throw that thing on the back of the trailer and haul it back here. This is a little smaller, a little lighter, a little easier to get up and down off the trailer. So I'm gonna take this, and then I think I'm gonna actually take this to go get the 80. But anyway, let's go get this thing a little bit of a hose off and start making our way up to the valley. We're in New Minas now. We're getting close to the 550 and the trailer. And this little thing is really good on fuel. I don't know if you guys can see that there, but I'm averaging 12.8 liters per 100. And I've been going 10 kilometers over the speed limit everywhere that I've been, whether it's on the highway or cutting across the number 12. Lost a few vehicles, 12.8, like that's like my 4Runner. Yeah, this little thing is really good on fuel. Well, let's get this thing loaded up on here. see how that looks. Well, we got the rammer on the back, going up English Mountain. And my 450 goes up over this hill with the 8-ton or the 9-ton on back, just as fast as this truck will go up over the hill with the trailer and the truck, the Ram, on the back. Huge power difference, that's for sure. But anyway, hopefully this is an uneventful trip on the way home, and unload this truck from the trailer because I want to use the Ram. I haven't used the Ram for a while, and go get the new 80. I will pull over up here in a little bit just because this truck has new tires on it too, and I haven't even seen them until today. I haven't seen this truck for quite a long time. It's now got 172,000 kilometers on it. There's one guy on my channel, he's always commenting and asking how the 550 is doing, and he wants more content on the 550. And I can't remember what his handle is or whatever. So if you're watching the video, well, here you go. You've got some 550 content finally. All right, well, here she is, all loaded up. So on the front, I've got Hercules Strong Guard HRA. So these are like a steer tire with a closed shoulder. And then on the back, I've got Saloon S73 SPs. These are more of a, these are a drive tire, obviously. They're a nice tire. But anyway, that's the setup for the tires, and there's the truck on the back. So I had the Hercules laying around because I ordered tires years ago and they ordered the wrong ones. They ordered me these. They were supposed to be the open shoulder, just all drive tires, but they ordered the wrong ones and they wouldn't take them back. So I was stuck with them. So now I do have another 4 steer tires in case I need them. So obviously, instead of putting all drive tires on, which is what I usually do, I save myself a little bit of money, and I put the four drive tires on with the 2 steer tires. All right, we've got a bit of a drive now to South Shore. It's already 1 o'clock. It's gonna be late by the time that I get this unloaded and go over to Windsor and get the machine. But I don't want to tie up 2 days. I want to get this running around done in 1 day. I don't want to waste 2 days. I want to be able to get up in the morning tomorrow and go straight to the job site. So an update on this 550 is there are a few little issues with it right now. If you can see, it's got a bit of a shimmy into it, a bit of a shake. So it started to sort of do that quite a while ago. So I know that it's not the tires. I think the first thing I'm going to do is probably, I guess, take it in for alignment, I suppose. But it's been doing that since it's been hopping, the front end's been hopping at like a certain speed ever since I took the original tires off, and it's done it ever since. But I'm doing like 110 right now. If I slow down to like 100, 102, or maybe like 104, it wouldn't be like this, wouldn't be that bad. So that's one thing. The air condition does not work in this truck right now. I had it in for an appointment and they thought they had it fixed, but it only lasted for a short amount of time, and then it stopped working again. And the other thing is the fuel gauge. So I filled this thing up before I left the valley, and it showed that I had half a tank. Now I have not driven that far. I haven't burned that much fuel, and it now shows that I am below a quarter of a tank. So you can't trust it at all. Sometimes it shows that there's fuel in it when it's empty. Brady actually ran out of fuel once alongside the highway when we were doing the generator stuff. So you can't trust. Seatbelt just completely locked me in. There we go. So you can't trust the fuel gauge whatsoever. So those are the three little issues that this truck has going on with it right now. But considering what this truck has been through, it's got 172, almost 173,000 kilometers on it right now. I have not really touched anything on this truck. It got a new starter, and I think one of the EGR, not valves or whatever. I don't even know if it's the EGR. I can't even remember what it's called now. Underneath the hood, that little thing that pops up, and then after you shut your truck off for a while, it pops back down. Can't remember. Anyway, that went. I had to replace that, but no front end parts, no nothing, just brake pads. It's only on its second set of brake pads. I think I had the brake pads changed. It might even be originals. No, I'm pretty sure we put brake pads on it this spring. But yeah, so it's been a heck of a truck, that's for sure. It's definitely low on power compared to my 450, but it's been a heck of a truck. So that is the update on this thing right now. We're just clipping along the highway here, and we still got the rammer back there. Try to make this a very quick transition. It's already 10 to 2. So by the time I take this truck off and load up the trailer to the Ram and go to Windsor and get the equipment and come back, it's probably gonna be 5 o'clock or after. So I wanna get her going. We're getting dark here early now. Okay, well, step one is pretty much done. Get this thing off, get the trailer off of this truck, hook the trailer up to this truck, and off to Windsor we go. But check out what got delivered here today. Ho 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 ho. If you guys remember, I mentioned that when I got the mulcher for the skid steer, that it actually wasn't the mulcher that I wanted, but it's the one that he sent me. Helmet sent me from Fern Tree to get me by in the meantime, but now I've got the one that I wanted. This is the 180, this is the 160. So this one is, you know, that much wider. It gets me, basically what this will do is wherever my tracks go, this will go. So before, the tracks were sticking out a little bit further than what the mulcher was, but now that is not going to be the case here anymore. So this is pretty cool. Looking at some things here, and there's some stuff that's different on this one, so I'll have to figure this out, because I don't have, okay, I don't know, I guess it's just some extra lines for something. I know I did have some issues getting the fittings hooked up on the last one, so I'll probably have the same sort of issues with this. It just doesn't match up perfectly with the machine. And right now the knives are on this, but eventually I'll be putting the carbides on because I really like the carbides. But man, oh yeah, this is you can tell it's bigger. Like, this was big. This is huge. All right, well, the transition is completed. We are now loaded up to the Ram, ready to go get the 80. I know you're asking, like, why don't you just take the 450? Because I just want to give it a break. And I haven't driven the Ram for a while. I want to make sure that the truck is still working the way that it's supposed to be. It would have made most sense to just leave the 550 hooked up, but I just haul with that. Everything seems pretty good except for those little knick-knack issues. Now I want to haul heavy with the Ram and make sure that there's nothing going on with this, and see how the new tires handle the load and all that sort of stuff. So let's go. All right, we have just about reached our destination. So if you remember the work we did, some of the work we did at this humongous farm here. So this was the guy who owns the property. He bought the property next door, which is right up here. And I hope the machine is sitting here somewhere. It's supposed to be somewhere around here. Anyway, he bought the property next door. It was like 30 acres or something, and we ended up doing a bunch of trails for him. Where is this place at? You only ever hear it once. The machine sitting should be a pretty good indication. I believe it's this one. Yep, there she is. He's got his machine up here too. All right, well, let's go take care of this situation. I gotta throw the bucket on the back of this thing too. Alright, well, we are done. One less machine sitting in that yard. On our way home now. 4:30, 4:27. We actually made pretty good time right there. Oh, I put my emergency brake on when I was there, and now I took it off and it's still flashing at me. It's not doing anything other than when I come to a really slow stop, it beeps at me, but it's not holding anything back. I can easily tell that. Alright, we are now hauling heavy with the Ram once again. Let's see how this goes. Well, I tell you what, this truck does a very, very good job of hauling these loads. And I mean, its biggest advantage is how short it is compared to my other trucks. And it's so easy to get some of these trailers into, you know, tight areas. But I will say that the truck that handles the trailers and my loads, overall, the best truck is my 450, hands down. If I'm factoring in power, you know, overall performance, comfort, everything, it's hands down, it's my 450, 100%. Comfort has a lot to do with the trim level, but I mean, like, just, you know, you get on the highway or a side road or a road like this or whatever, you can throw the thing on cruise control. On a road like this, you limit it to, you know, 8 or 9 gears. You throw it in cruise control and you just go. Like, there's no drama or nothing with that truck. This here, the 6-speed, definitely the gears are so much deeper. I know people say that the Ford seems to hunt for gears and stuff, but I really don't find that. I find with this truck, first and second you get moving pretty good, and then from second to third it loses a lot of its momentum. It really sort of bogs out. I mean, engine brake, you guys have heard me a million times, hands down. This is the best truck for sure for engine braking. I would love to try, you know, one of the new ones, brand new 2022, 2023, with the crew cab in the Ram. To compare it to the Ford would be a much better comparison than a 2017 single cab, that's for sure. But anyway, I will have to wait and see what takes place in the future. But man, do you guys see those new power numbers that come out for the Ford, the new 2023 Ford Super Duty? It's insane. They're over 500 horsepower. Well, it's 500 horsepower and 1,200 foot-pounds of torque in a pickup truck. Like, that is nuts. That is nuts. I'd love to try one. I gotta try one. You know what's weird is the new Ford is coming out. It's not out yet. 2023. But the new Chevs that are coming out with the new interior and whatnot, which will be pretty close to the same time, are 2024. Figure that one out. Get an acceleration merge on the highway here. So we are going slightly downhill, which obviously will help, but let's see how she does. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to slow down. Big logging trucks and stuff coming. Now back on the gas. Does her thing. Definitely not the 450, but she does her thing. All right, well, I'm gonna get the largest hill climb on the way back here. As long as no vehicles are merging, you should get a decent little run here. It's one thing about this truck too that's weird, is that it doesn't shift down. It doesn't downshift. Like when you're gaining speed. Like right now I'm picking up speed. I'm going down a steep hill, and it will not downshift. No matter what. Unless I'm on the brake, then it will. But yeah, we're hitting this hill with some good speed. We're definitely in 6 right now. There we are, we're in the hill. There's 5th. Starting to bite up to 4th, 2,500 RPM. Down to about 88 kilometers an hour. Now we're starting to speed up. Now we're really speeding up. 4th gear is 1-to-1. 4th gear has some bite. It will not. I haven't had a situation yet, like on the highway running, that it's dropped below 4th. 4th gear, it will drop down and just do its thing. That's when the torque really kicks in. Is in 4th. But we just about got this day made. So yeah, you know, I lost a day's work at a job site, so that delays me by a day. But I will have my 550 finally back in my yard with this trailer, which I needed, and I will have my 80 back, which will be going to work not tomorrow but Monday. So it was something that had to happen. It just set me back a day, unfortunately, and definitely did spend a bit more fuel than what I would have if things would have worked out the way that it was planned, but you know, you just kind of gotta roll with it. Well, folks, here we are. The day is almost completed. I will say I am definitely looking forward to the day that I do not have to drive an extra 5-7 minutes down the highway to this exit to drive back and back my trailers in here. And this time of year and in the spring, this is soft and gross, and I'm not fixing any of this up until I'm done using this area as like my trailer laydown type of area. So right now it just looks like crap. I'm definitely looking forward to the day where I've got my new property geared up. I can just drive in, get swung around back into my location the way it should be. The way it should be. But here we are, we made it. We've got the 450, the Ram, the 80, the Sani, the 2 Osmo mulchers, the tandem. Over there we've got the 550, we've got the chipper. Yeah. Got some stuff here that I want to get out of here, so I'm not using this place for work. But anyway, these tires, the grabbers, so they were really good on my 350 traction wise and all that stuff. They did wear a little bit quicker than what I wanted, but today they worked out really well. In this little mud right here, 2-wheel drive, they just dug in and backed up. This little truck, I tell you what, I like it a lot. Do I wish it was a 4-door? I'd say 80% of the time I wish this was a 4-door, just because there's so much more room. I can throw more guys in there. I would daily drive it a lot more if it was a 4-door than, you know, being a regular cab. But situations like this, backing into sort of tighter areas and whatnot, this thing is awesome. Like, this is so much easier to get into places than what this truck is with the trailers. It just is. Hooking up is so easy. You can literally look out your back window and back right up to the ball. Anyway, this tank is going to be coming off, and this will become like one of my reserve tanks, because I did, during the storm, I picked up 2 new tanks for fuel up generators and stuff. I have a 430 liter tank that's going to go on this truck and stay on this truck. Yeah, anyway, that's it. Well, folks, that is gonna do it. You know, sometimes things happen and you just roll with it. You got to make it work, and it can be frustrating at times when you have a plan set in place and it doesn't work out. But like I said in the beginning of the video, you know, family comes first. If it was me and I had something going on, I would expect my employer to understand that, and I completely understand it. I do, 100%, guaranteed. You just go with it. You just make the best of what you can do. So, yeah, shut the Ram off, jump in the Ford, go up top, and continue on this day/evening. All right, folks, thanks for stopping by. As always, I appreciate the support so much. I can't believe that we're at like 105,000 subscribers. That's insane. That really is insane. I never ever thought that my channel would get to that point. But it's you guys that got me there. For some reason you like watching me babble on about things. I'm fine with that. Anyway, folks, until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you then.